You are tuned into the video game pharmacy.
Hey guys, welcome to VGRx.
Week.
Huh?
Week. Start again.
You want an intro?
You're like a
Go.
voice
Is this going to turn from energy to anger?
Week.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
Start again.
Who put this guy in control?
He knows how to do things.
Do you know how to open the door? Do you know how
He's
to
got the keys.
work the audio board?
All right, go ahead.
Go. I didn't stop recording.
I hope we use this.
I hate it
Go
so
for
much.
it.
I know it sucks.
Guys, welcome to VGRx, your weekly dose of video game news, banter, trivia, and everything else we feel like talking about. This is episode 66.
Is it?
I believe so.
That sounds right.
I'm Zach, and then we have Scott,
My head hurts.
and we have Brittin.
Hey, folks.
And good morning to everyone. We're actually
Wait. Morning?
Yeah,
What
we're
the heck?
we're doing a morning show. Kinda
Look.
switching it up.
You can't say good morning unless you plan on posting it in the morning.
No, we can say good morning.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Just for
We
us.
just have to
morning
let
for
them
us.
know that we're recording in the
Oh,
morning.
it's 6 o'clock in the morning. No, it's 8:20 right now.
We're not nearly that dedicated.
Yeah.
Come on now.
No.
Don't want to pull that
I
trigger
woke
too
up a
close.
half hour ago.
I woke up about 45 minutes ago.
It's
and
worth
I'm-
noting we normally record when you guys just got off work.
Yeah.
And everybody's, we have to bring the energy. It doesn't just come naturally. So this should be good for us.
I'm running off
excited about
2
it.
donuts right now.
That'll do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That'll get me there.
2 donuts and some coffee, dude. That's all humans need.
Well, I don't drink coffee, but yeah.
You know.
How do you
whatever.
survive?
I
We need to
drink,
dig into this.
I drink moo juice,
It doesn't give you energy.
Milk's not good for you.
chocolate milk.
Think about it. You're drinking. This is totally off
Let's
topic.
not
Oh
get into
gosh,
this.
no,
You're drinking.
Zach's health
You're
corner.
drinking liquid from another animal. It's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's not natural.
Oh,
I mean, we eat eggs and we eat their dead bodies.
That's eating. That's
So-
consuming. We're not drinking all.
you
these
know
other
we drink
animals.
water, right? And then fish swim and poop in it, right?
Yeah, but water is natural.
Is it?
I think
I
they
mean-
might treat and filter the water that comes out of the tap.
No.
I'm not sure though.
No, I think you're
Just a
wrong.
theory. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of swimmers.
Guys, we're not here to
Have you?
debate.
Yeah, we're not actually talking about video games today.
What are we here to do?
We're talking about fish poop and milk.
okay.
Yeah.
It's our new podcast.
Their new podcast. Yo, guys, what is up? Welcome to.
Hey, wait. He already did the intro.
Yeah, I did that.
I was gonna try and think of something about fish poop and milk.
We're
but
bringing the RX to VGRx or something.
That's not how that works.
Okay.
Okay.
We're dropping the VG. Is
Yeah.
What I'm saying.
we'll just go to RX.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
last week I asked.
Oh
for-
yeah, questions
For trivia,
Yeah,
I
thanks.
asked because we were talking about the PS5 and how expensive it might be when it launches.
Uh-huh.
I asked you guys how much the PS1
That's
was
right.
at launch.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what you said?
No, of course not.
I said $2.99.
I know. What do I expect?
I think I said Now that I remember that, I think I said $349.
That's right. You did.
You guys are correct. It was $2.99.
Wow.
Well, I guess we're both correct.
That's impossible.
Wow, cool.
Who needs math?
Yeah, right.
Who needs
They
math?
just added extra $50 on there.
So-
Remember when the they announced? What was it? Was it the PS3? They announced the PS3, and there was 2 different versions. There was the backwards compatibility one, and then like just the regular one.
Yep.
And then the backwards compatibility one was $600.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was the year Xbox One.
Yeah.
The
you know what?
the console war.
PlayStation eventually did catch up that generation, but it took 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, after they shot down the price after they announced it, they're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
yikes! Maybe that wasn't a good choice."
So,
how do you do something like that though? Like, how do you backpedal super hard? Like, how can you look at a number, be like, "Yeah, that seems right," put it out
It's-
there, everyone was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then just backpedal, be like, "Ha, JK."
It's called learning from your mistakes, and it's a good thing.
But that's such a big Like, no
okay,
one.
listen. One generation
Okay,
later,
uh-huh.
Microsoft launched with Kinect.
Yeah,
That
which
was
one?
arguably a much bigger mistake, and
Yeah.
they still have not recovered from that.
That's
so,
fair. I still have mine.
do you?
Yeah.
No, you
it's-
don't.
I
it's-
do.
It's still plugged
You
in and watching you.
monster.
Yeah, I still have it
It
plugged in.
watches your every move.
It watches me as I dance.
So
Sneaky.
while I was looking for the answer for this, I came across a list, and it has like a ton, probably all of the gaming consoles since 1972
Oh, okay.
listed, but it puts into factor the interest,
Inflation, right?
Inflation,
That's
yeah.
a fun list. Yeah.
from
okay.
whenever they launched.
So
So
you got-
2016. So the PS1 at $299 in 95, 96. would now be $472.54.
Okay.
God.
So that's on par with what consoles launch at these days.
Yeah,
Give
it's
or
close.
take a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about like the oldest ones on that list?
The oldest one is the Magnavox Odyssey
Yeah, it was the first
from
console.
1972. It launched at $99. Now it'd be $570
Jeez.
with inflation.
That console was rough. Didn't have much going for it.
Yeah.
It was like two little white dots on a screen, and then you put plastic overlays on your actual television screen to represent the graphics, and you just move the little white dots around.
Oh God.
You're
Yeah.
so old.
I just watched
You-
I think I watched a Do
absolutely.
You Know Gaming on this recently.
You are so old.
Whatever, man.
The-
Painful.
I wasn't around when it came out. I've
Are you
seen
sure
it.
about that?
72.
I
Come
thought
on
you
now.
were born in the 1800s.
Oh, that's right.
The NES launched in 85, and then the original price was $199. Today it would be $445.
Okay.
That's pretty standard.
Things have pretty much just kept pace, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
We complain that things used to be cheaper, but not really.
Yeah, so it makes $600. Kind of. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see like go to the PS3. You know, it's been a couple years. Has
Yeah.
inflation hit us yet?
Ooh, $5.99 plus inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Oh.
bit. I'm sure it's
I'm
gone
curious.
So they have two different prices listed.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think for the original and the slim.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. You got $4.99 and $5.99 for the original price,
Uh-huh.
and then for the inflation, you have $5.96 and $7.15.
a bit. $7.15.
That $7.15 is big.
That's
That's a
gonna
big
be the new Xbox that hits, or no, PS5 is the
New
one that's coming next.
PS5,
Well,
yeah.
they both might be out
Do you
next
think
year.
it's
I
gonna be
guess.
$6.99? The new
You can't. That's suicide.
Yeah, they'll shoot themselves.
People
in
will
the foot.
buy it though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but very slowly. You don't want people to buy it slowly. You want everyone to buy it right then and there.
I forgot where I heard it. But somebody was talking about how basically Sony and Xbox and all these guys, they don't make a lot of money on the hardware. It's like
true.
it's like a 10%.
When
Yeah.
that $5.99 PS3 launched, it was sold at a loss. Or at a loss. They paid more to manufacture that thing than they sold it to the consumers for.
Which
It's
is
insane.
weird.
It's all about selling software.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
get them in homes and people will buy them.
100%.
Yeah.
And then
So-
even with that, they're talking about taking a loss on it, but the subscription services that you said,
Yeah.
make up. Most
well,
of the
yeah,
money.
and those are relatively new, but that's going to be a big thing going forward, getting you on their subscriptions.
I think Sony even announced PS Plus like Premier,
Oh,
which is just a higher tier.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, gonna be
I
able
think
to
it
play
includes
games early?
I think it includes
Yeah,
PlayStation now, right?
Play games early, beta testing, all kinds of stuff.
They're gonna pay, or you have to pay them to be a beta tester.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
That's silly.
That's a real feels good, man. When you have to pay someone else to be a beta tester,
I'll stick to my $20 Switch.
you can get a
Online
year for free
subscription.
on Twitch Prime.
Who pays for Twitch Prime? Come on.
Do you have Amazon Prime?
Nope.
Oh well,
You know what? Out of
start a 30-day free trial. Get your free year.
I'm sure they've accounted for that. That'd be hilarious if they didn't.
They don't. They literally just give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
out of
I'll look
everything,
into
I
it.
thought you would have Amazon Prime. Right?
Yeah,
used
I
to.
thought you would
I
too.
used to.
I thought you buy a lot of things
That's
like
the most,
gardening
like,
tools.
dad-
Not a
stuff.
huge, not a huge fan of Amazon.
That's the most
these
like
days.
dad money saving thing you could do.
That's the most dad thing you can do.
You guys giving me dad tips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Whoa, whoa,
darn kid.
whoa.
Got real hostile
Get
real
Get
quick.
off my lawn.
Get
I
off
just
my
mowed it.
All
lawn.
right, guys.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey, Brittin,
Hey, good morning, Zach. Hey, Scott, what's up?
didn't you start planting potatoes or something like that?
I've got so much in the ground right now.
We're throwing
I'm
the
very
banter
excited.
in here early.
Yeah, we're getting it out of the way.
Careful, man. If you give me permission to talk about my garden, this whole show is
Okay,
garden
The whole
talk.
show's a goner.
Here, we'll just slap the title Harvest Moon Talk and
Yeah, that's
call it
good.
All 4 viewers are gonna.
Oh my
Click pause.
god.
My mom will want to hear about it, so whatever you got.
She calls you up. What was
Yeah.
about the potatoes that you were talking about?
How are they coming along?
Yeah, how are they coming
They're
along?
great. Thanks for asking, Scott.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know you don't actually want to hear about the garden. It's fine.
Well, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I got a lot of strawberries growing.
I know you have so many.
Yo.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
I know.
Thanks, man.
I know you said that you go through them real quick, but
yeah, there's never a problem.
if
eating-
you
eating strawberries.
if you end up having an extra container,
Yeah.
you let a brother know.
Oh, you got it, man.
Thanks,
brother
man.
knows.
I
They're gonna be tasty.
love strawberries.
That's summertime though. We're a few months out.
That's
but
okay.
we're getting there.
We're not super far away.
Yeah.
Hey guys, want to talk about video games?
I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
guess.
We're like, what, 15 minutes in?
We
And
could do that.
mention nothing.
Yeah, close enough. I
You
guess.
guys want to talk about just games we've been playing, or do you want to jump into news? What do you guys think?
I don't know. What do
We could do it backwards today. Usually we end with the just
banter.
the random
we,
stuff.
we
Yeah.
normally we end with the banter, but we started today.
We did, and we could just piggyback right off of that if you want. with
Yeah,
more
so if you guys are
banter.
listening, you have something to look forward to, okay? We are
The
going
two
to talk about...
viewers we have.
Stop it with that defeatist attitude.
It's you guys.
it's usually me.
I hate it. I hate it. Okay, let's. I don't know. Let's.
Where do you go?
let's-
News?
Yeah, let's hit the news. This looks like a lot
That's
of
fine.
stuff.
I thought you guys want to talk video games.
I don't
I don't
want
care.
to talk to you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's do this.
All right, Scott vetoed you. We're going for the news, and
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll get to the banter. Have you been playing anything anyway? Let's be honest.
No, I thought you guys wanted the banter.
Yeah, okay.
I always want to
quick
banter.
tease. I desperately want to talk about Cuphead, but we can get to that
Okay, hit
after
me.
the news.
No,
All right.
hit me with it.
What? Cuphead?
Yeah.
It's real good.
Okay.
It's real good.
Is that it?
Finally came to Switch.
Uh huh.
It was a Microsoft exclusive for first 2 years, a year or two on the market, and just came to Switch, which is crazy because Microsoft, I guess, owns the studio or deal some exclusivity deal with the studio MDHR. So it's a small studio. This is their first game. They've never made a game before. It's headed by two brothers, and they're just like the most charming, kind of awkward dudes to listen to. I watched a short interview and / like documentary on the making of Cuphead on GameSpot. It's really good. I recommend it. And it kind of introduces you to them and the studio and just kind of what they were going for. And I learned so much watching it. But just talking about the game on its own merits, there's nothing else like it out there. It's a run and gun, which is like a Contra game or Metal Slug.
I
Maybe
love Contra.
you should totally check it out. Maybe mixed with like a little bit of Mega Man. And it's just stunning. There's nothing else that looks like it or feels just like it. And it's relatively short, but I just had there was a smile on my face the entire time I was playing through it. So it's in like a 20s/30s hand-drawn animated art style.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, to be an indie game development studio and come up with an aesthetic that's never been done before, at least never been done cohesively and well, that's amazing to
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
And you just see this game once and you're entranced by it. It's gorgeous. It's so fluid. It's so smooth. And just looking at it makes you want to play it. So I got it 4 days ago and it hit on Switch and I'm already through it. I already beat it.
I mean,
wow.
it's
Good
not a
job.
super long game.
It's not very long. Here's the thing. When they first pitched it, I think it was in 2015 at a E3 press conference for Microsoft, they were talking about a relatively short game. It was going to be, I think they said like 8 boss fights, basically, just a series of 8 boss fights. And people saw that, and the backlash at the time was, it looks amazing, but it's going to be really short, and there's not much to it. It just looks so simple because it's just boss fights.
Yeah.
So people were like, you need to add levels to this game, and you need to add more content to this game. So they took that to heart. They went back to the drawing board, and with the love of the art style, they felt kind of assured that people were going to stay on board with them throughout the development process and still want to play it when it was all said and done. So they went back to the drawing board, literally, because it's all hand-drawn, and they made it a much bigger game, and it ended up taking them 3 years to make this game because it was a very small studio. Like I said, one of the brothers was kind of the lead designer and one of the guys was the art designer, basically.
Cool.
And then they got help with random little projects. And they took a long time to make this game, and it is pretty quick to play through, but it's one of those games that even when you finish it, you're never going to forget it.
Yeah.
I will think about this game for the rest of my life because
Oh,
it's
wow.
so unique
Wow.
and so
yeah,
cool.
that's big.
I loved it.
I mean, that's
absolutely
not much
loved it.
life left, but you know.
That's rude.
Wow, real dark.
So
Yeah.
I cannot recommend highly enough that you guys play through it. It took me maybe 5 to 10 hours. Another problem people had after early showings was they said it was too hard. They said the difficulty was just way
that's what
too
I
hard.
heard, yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Have you played it, Scott? Just out of curiosity.
I played a little bit,
of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, any given boss fight is going to take you quite a few attempts because they're designed to be tough. But there is an element of memorizing attack patterns and memorizing animations so that you can kind of navigate the different attacks with each boss. And when you get good, it's not that bad. And ultimately, I don't think any boss took me more than like 20 attempts to get through. And then at the end, there's kind of this like gauntlet boss that takes. You fight him in phases, and you have to go through the entire fight without dying. If you do, you go all the way back to the start of the fight. And I think that's one of the bosses that people had a lot of problems with, but it wasn't that bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you talking about the dice dude?
I wouldn't let, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't let the difficulty, the quote unquote difficulty of this game put you off. It's nothing like a Dark Souls where you lose tons of progress when you die.
Dark
you
Souls
lose on
isn't
a
even
boss.
hard, okay?
I know, and I mean neither is this. When you kind of approach it the same way, you learn the patterns,
That was
you
a
learn the
joke, guys.
timing.
Dark Souls is actually
It's really
hard.
not that. I agree with you. You're not wrong.
You know, it's funny. Even
What?
Our frequent guest Killian,
Who's killing?
we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, you should get Cuphead."
He's a big Cuphead fan.
and
yeah.
I was like, "I can't get Cuphead yet." I'm like,
Why
"I
not?
haven't even beat Celeste."
Yeah,
Oh,
You know.
yeah,
yeah.
haven't
You gotta
earned it
get
yet.
you gotta get on
And
that.
you guys have been hounding me about that.
Celeste is fantastic too.
And it's not even that long a game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of content in it, but like if you want to just beat the game, you can easily quickly do that.
I mean,
But that half the fun is collecting everything. I mean, I'm
The
a
strawberries
collector.
they make the challenge in that game.
Yeah,
Just
for
getting
sure.
through it, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, you honestly learn a lot too by collecting strawberries and stuff,
Yeah.
like techniques and stuff
That's
like that.
true. Totally.
I don't know.
There is an expert mode in Cuphead after you beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back and do all the levels on expert. And I've done a few, and it really smartly just adds very subtle tweaks to like the attack patterns of the bosses. It doesn't just give them more hit points or make them do more damage to you. So it's very nicely tuned. So I feel like I could go back and play through everything on expert and have fun again.
I mean, you don't really quote unquote take damage in that game.
Well, yeah, you have three. You have three hit points.
hits.
Each hit is one. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So,
But
if you like lost two,
I mean, I could see expert mode being one hit kill basically or something.
Oh, I see what
They
you're
could
saying.
have done something cheap like that.
Yeah,
but no,
they
it's-
didn't.
They actually went back and tweaked the bosses a bit and made them, interestingly more difficult.
cool.
It's so good, you guys.
Well,
It's
hey.
only $20. Highly recommend it.
Thank you, Brittin.
Thanks for letting me talk about it.
Yeah, no problem. I know that was burning a hole in
In my brain.
your brain for a little bit.
It's true.
So
I'm
let's
glad you're enjoying it.
What
Let-
have you guys been playing?
nothing.
We don't have to.
I have a little tiny
around the
tale to
room, but-
tell.
Yeah, hit
tell
us
me
with
your
it.
tale.
It's really sad.
Okay.
So
Oof.
I got into Ghost Recon Wildlands really late.
That is
So
sad.
I'm really into like the military sim, kind of. All the Ghost Recon games have always been kind of like my niche.
Mhm.
And so I finally picked it up, real cheap. Was playing it. Well, in Ghost Recon, you got to play like the normal campaign mode, or you can play Ghost mode. Ghost mode is realistic. Kind of you get shot, you go down, but the big twist to it is you die is permadeath. So
Okay.
if you get killed, game over. No, you can get 99% through permadeath, and your game is gone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how permadeath works.
So I was playing the game.
Sorry, I'm extra sassy.
Got about 23% through the game.
Yeah.
Was kind of running through some missions, right? Got back on after a few weeks. I'm like, all right, I've been waiting to change up the helicopter controls, have a better feeling. Well, I did it. Started flying
and crash.
and crashed.
That's the way you went out.
I survived all these missions, all
Yeah.
these things, all these challenges I've been trying to do.
He just downed
Were
himself.
the controls
in a
just bad or
helicopter.
something?
Yeah, they're just bad, and
Yeah.
I lost control.
They intentionally make helicopters in all games really tough to fly, right?
I don't know
Because
why.
flying an actual helicopter is
So and
hard.
this is the thing is normal helicopter. Like the normal controls are easy. Like it's forward, it's very arcadey, up and down.
Okay.
It just sits still.
Sure,
it doesn't
yeah.
float or move anything like that. But I changed it up and crashed and
He wanted-
lost my game.
You're like, I'm gonna go realistic.
He wanted to change it to like some Ace Combat stuff.
Oh man, Zach, that is
Yeah.
sad. So how many hours are we talking?
I'm looking at maybe like 11 hours.
That's not. Yeah, that's not.
But you go into it expecting to die.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that is the thing about
maybe your
this.
first playthrough should have been not like that hardcore mode.
Well, it was, and then I found out about the ghost mode.
Got it.
And then I said, screw the normal campaign.
Yeah.
I'll go ghost mode. And then now that I died, I'm like, I don't know if I want to go back and play this
That's
anymore.
daunting for sure.
Yeah.
It's like losing your save file in a game you've played. Tons
yeah,
of
like
time.
it corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no
God,
good.
I played fun little side story. Probably one of my favorite RPGs of all time is Star Ocean.
Oh yeah, which
Was
any
it
particular one?
Star of Ocean. I think Star Ocean.
Till the end of time.
Yeah, till the end of time.
That was PS2.
That was PS2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I probably think about 30 to 40 hours in that game,
Uh-huh.
and my sister wanted to play.
Yeah.
And
I
you
got
can already
stories
you
like
can
this.
already see where this is gone.
Right. Yep.
She deleted my save file.
And
I've never beaten the game.
You've probably never gone back to it, have you?
Oh, I have every once in a while, but
Really?
like
Well, you know
this-
now then that game is probably 100 hours long.
Yeah, the game is so burnt. Like the I can tell you the first probably 10 to 20 hours of that game is burned into my memory.
Wow.
I'll never forget the stupid turtle mini game. Like
Nice.
it was awful. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just search it up. You'll see how absolutely aggravating because it's all RNG.
I played
You
that.
ha-
I don't remember a turtle mini game,
Oh,
but
dude,
it's been a long time.
Essentially, what you do is you have to pick a certain turtle, and hopefully, it'll get you to the end of the level.
Oh, weird.
And you don't have a choice as to where it goes or what it does.
Uh-huh.
It just does it.
That's awesome.
And you could literally be sitting there for an hour just picking the same turtle over and over and over again. And they all have like different personalities or whatever.
Right.
And it just won't take you to the end.
That's funny. JRPGs are weird sometimes.
I should
sorry,
pick up
man.
that game.
Just
It's
play
been
it
a
again.
long time.
Maybe they'll remaster it.
I think it's remastered on the PS4 if I'm not mistaken.
Well, there's a different one on PS4.
yeah, there was
The
a
Last
couple.
Hope or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That game is probably real chunky looking though now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I mean,
PS2 did not age all that well.
no, that's half the fun though. Especially of those RPGs on PS2. Like probably the best looking one was Final Fantasy X.
It's up there. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
That's out on
there
Switch.
there was
Looking
some
forward to
other
playing
there was other Final Fantasies that were released on PlayStation 2. I think
that. 12 was
12
also.
was, and that one was really good looking.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the one with the bunny girl. That was like the first
yeah.
one where you were actually able to walk around like a combat zone.
Yeah, 12 was like a MMO almost, like
Yeah.
a single player MMO,
Mhm.
which is an oxymoron. But
I was,
it felt like one.
I was watching gameplay of Republican Commando,
Yeah.
Oh.
and that game does not hold up.
No, it does
At
not.
all. I remember my memories of that game are so fond, and I love that game.
And
But-
then you start it back up or like watch a video of it. You're
and
like,
you're
ooh.
yeah, that's bad.
Dude, you want to know what game does hold up though? Battlefront 2,
It does.
the original.
Absolutely, yeah.
Super
Be sure
good
and say
looking.
the original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I said it.
Yeah.
the original
We all could have
Battlefront
figured
2.
it out, though, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, do we want to hit some on this list? Or
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
cool.
do it. What do you
I-
want to talk about?
Yeah, video games preferably.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a few things on
Oh,
this
wow.
list in
Is
that
there?
category.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
some Sekiro stuff.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
know anything about that, Scott?
I haven't really looked into the update. I can tell you though that apparently they toned down one of the bosses, the Blazing Bull.
Yeah.
I had no problem with him whatsoever.
Weird.
Had zero problems.
I didn't know if you got there yet. or
Yeah,
if
I
had
beat
any
it.
input on it.
It
I beat
says
it.
vitality reduced. Does that basically mean his hit points, his health?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But that's what I think is funny is like I had no problem with that boss whatsoever.
Yeah.
I had more problems with like some of the side bosses.
That's how From games are. I'll talk to people that I was like struggling with certain bosses in Dark Souls 1 and 2, and
And
I'll
they'll
talk
be
to
like,
people that had
"Loser."
no issues. Like one of my buddies ran through Anne Orlando first try and got all the way to Ornstein and Smo. I spent, those giant archers on the parapets that knock you off when they
Yeah,
hit you.
I-
I spent probably 10 hours trying to get through Anne Orlando past those guys.
Yeah.
He did it first try.
Yeah.
I hate him.
I
still,
remember.
to
I
this
remember.
day.
I remember that very fondly.
That stuff
'Cause
happens in Souls games.
I struggled on that level too. I remember getting to the window that like had the door.
Yeah.
And I was so happy.
Yep.
And like the first
And
thing,
there is a bonfire right inside.
right
so that's
inside.
good. Although
I
there's a
was-
door on the left and a door on the right. If you go to the right, there's one of those like headless ancient statue creatures.
Yes.
So you don't want to go that way.
Yeah.
But on the left
I
there's a bonfire.
just happened to pick the right door the
Yeah.
first try, and I
Nicely
was
done.
yeah. I remember that part specifically. It took me forever to kill Arnstein and Smog.
Oh
though.
yeah, they were tough too. For
I
sure.
mean, like forever. And then I beat them, and I never picked up the game after that.
really.
Yep.
Oh man,
I
it's
didn't
so-
need
it's
to.
So good. You should keep going.
I beat the game in my heart.
when you beat Ornstein and Smell. I
Yeah.
will say they are the toughest boss in the game, so you could look at it that way, but there's a lot of cool content after that
Yeah.
still.
Here's the problem with me is I do this thing where I'll play a video game,
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to a part, beat the part I wanted to beat, and then never pick it up again. And then wait so long
Yeah.
that you just forget everything about the game, and you're like, well, this isn't fun.
Yeah. You'd
Like-
have to start over if you're
like-
going back to it.
I want to. What game is it? There's a game that I would really want to start over from the beginning, and I don't remember exactly which one it is.
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about
I
it.
will take you through the rest of the Sekiro update.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
I don't tell us if this means anything. You're the only one that's played it. Ninja
Oh.
tools have been made more efficient. You spend fewer spirit emblems to use them.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
So that they're like your ninja tools.
That's like the prosthetics, right?
Yeah, they're the prosthetics.
Okay.
So
So you just expend less resources to use them, it sounds like.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what it's talking about. So you have like these spirit orbs that you collect by like killing enemies and stuff
Mhm.
like that, and you use them when you use certain prosthetics, and they all cost different amount of like spirits or souls or whatever you want
Yeah,
to call
okay.
them. So that's good. Because,
Tone that down a little bit.
Yeah, because some of them will take like 5, and you only have like a pool of like 30.
Okay, right.
So
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
yeah, so you're busting through them pretty quick, especially on some of the bosses. That almost like the prosthetics aren't a requirement. Some probably are more than others, but there's a ton, and a lot of them just make a quality of life. Like, just to name one off is a firecracker. And you have to buy this firecracker from a shopkeep.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know where this shopkeep is not just on the path. He's like on top of a mountain that you have to
Okay.
get up to get to him. And it's probably one of my favorites so far because it like stuns enemies and it'll like make them flinch. So, and you can use it on bosses. It affects bosses.
Okay.
So it makes it so much easier to kill a boss
Could see that being handy.
when you can flinch them.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I'm
And
sure
then you can
some
just chain
bosses
use
are
it.
impervious to it, right?
I don't
gotta
know.
be.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, you quit and stopped playing that game.
I didn't quit. I didn't
punk.
quit. I didn't.
Don't worry, I'll keep bugging you. to
Look,
get
man,
back
I
on
got
it.
hit by a flying bird man and I was done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
You lost it.
Yeah. Everyone who's played that game knows exactly which part I'm talking
Flying
about too.
bird man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it sounds
flying-
ridiculous, but if you played it, you're like,
the-
oh yeah, I hate
the
that part.
flying bird man from the kite.
You'll
awful.
also find more divine confetti from
Yeah.
drops. What does that do?
I haven't used them on confetti, so I honestly don't know. Yeah. But I know I
Okay.
do know that it is really difficult to get. I think I had like 1 or 2 and I've sunk about 12 hours into the game.
Okay.
So
So these are all changes that have made the game a little easier.
quality of life stuff.
Sounds like it's a baby game now.
Shut up. I hate you.
God.
I actually hate
Well,
you.
to paraphrase the developers, I think it's to make people or encourage people to use the ninja tools
Okay.
more.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
some people would probably just play through the game without even messing with them.
it's such a
yeah.
huge
All
part of the
sword
game,
and parry.
honestly.
Okay.
It's such a huge part, and there's so many of them that, you want to be able to use them,
Yeah,
but you don't
okay.
want to, like, expend all your resources to use them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, because, like I said, you have to kill enemies, and it's not a guaranteed drop.
Mhm.
So every time you come in contact with an enemy, you're taking your life in your hands.
Right, yeah.
Legitimately.
That's fun.
And so I think community feedback kind of not forced their hand, but kind of led them to changing the bull's posture and vitality.
The bull thing is really weird to me.
yeah.
Because you didn't struggle with it
I
at all.
no, I
Yeah.
didn't. I think I died like twice,
Weird.
and then I just killed him, and I wasn't really trying super hard.
I mean,
mean-
sometimes you can get oddly lucky with attack pattern,
Yeah.
random attack patterns.
Yeah.
And that can change the way a fight
mean,
goes dramatically.
From games are like that.
It's true.
To be honest though, and kind of thinking about it, is like Dark Souls has been around for a while.
Mhm.
You know, and
What's Dark Souls?
And people that have
Shut
been
it.
invested in Dark Souls know what it is, and it's kind of like nobody's really going to jump just straight into number 3, and it's not really something that's super quote unquote friendly to do.
I mean,
So I feel like Sekiro could be maybe somebody's first like From Software game
Yeah.
or hard like
Could be.
grindy game.
But from what I hear, it's so different from Souls games,
Yes.
particularly.
It
I mean
is.
that doesn't matter
That
though, because Sekiro for a new player
Yeah.
kind of stands on its own. So I can
Right.
see why a new player to this type of game type
Uh-huh.
could maybe find the bull hard. You know?
yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
guess-
I'm sure a lot of people struggle with it.
I mean, I can tell you that when you first like pick up the game, you can tell this game is a Dark Souls game. But then
Yeah.
when you start to play it, you're like, this is not a Dark Souls game. So there's a lot of different mechanics in the game. Like
Yeah.
there's no rolling, there's no iframes. You don't get
Right.
any of that that little handholdy stuff.
But you can parry and completely deflect attacks with parries. Right?
Yeah, but it also takes up your like stamina meter.
Right.
So
yeah.
if you
There's
do
trade-offs.
if
so
you
does
do it
rolling.
too much, then you'll just get obliterated.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about rolling and parrying.
Right.
Rolling takes up stamina, which refills relatively quickly.
Okay.
Parrying, if you parry too much, you'll have a yellow bar, and the only way to get rid of it is to guard. Well, you guarding will reduce your parry bar, but it also reduces your enemies as well.
Oh, interesting.
So then basically all the work that you've put into it will just go. Like, I can't tell you how many times the first boss that I tried to kill, my bar would get so high and I would defend to get it lowered, but it also made my enemies lower. And it's a lot harder for their bar to get up than yours.
So you want to max out their bar, right?
Yes,
That's
because
part of the tactic.
because
in
that's
combat.
like how you do like your critical move that damages them.
I gotcha.
Because there's no like in Dark Souls where it's a health bar that you just whittle around to 0.
Yep.
This you literally have to grind it out until you beat them,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is it's probably my least favorite part of the game.
Right.
Is the fact that you can't just kill them by attacking them. You have to grind them down until you're able to do one of these attacks.
I gotcha.
There was a boss that took me forever just to get one bar down, and forever to actually kill.
Okay.
So
I'm
it was
looking
a
forward to playing it.
struggle.
I'm still waiting for Killian to bring it to me because he finished it like 2 weeks ago and he said I could borrow it.
He'll
But
never
Yeah.
bring it to you.
yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Hey, maybe we should move on. That
Well-
was like the smallest subject that we had, and just
The funny
it
thing
went
is,
off into like an 8-minute rant.
there's a little more on Sekiro, but
Okay.
this will be quick and it's kind of a fun story.
Okay.
This guy on Reddit, a Twerkin Yoshi is his name.
What a great name!
It's a good name, right?
That's an amazing name.
It's all one word. It's fun. You've probably heard of this guy before in other stories. He completed Sekiro using DK bongo drums. These are things that happen. People take the From games and they just find every way they can.
I wanna
obliterate
know-
them. There's been guitar controllers used. And
dance pads.
Dance pads, yeah.
Um,
So I got a little.
the DJ.
No way,
hero.
the DJ Hero
Yeah,
table?
yeah.
That is funny. I haven't heard about that one. So he had two sets of these bongo drums. One set was entirely dedicated to movement, to directional input, and then the other one he used for attacks and parries. He could not move the camera with this setup at all. He had no camera control. Despite all that,
Scott can't imagine.
he beat the game in 10 hours
I could barely do it with a controller.
with 31 deaths.
What?
Yeah. He is a veteran of this kind of crazy feat. He did the same thing with Dark Souls 3 back
Yeah.
in the day. So he has a thing for From games.
I mean, obviously, I'm sure he has to set up like a program and stuff like that that'll allow him to be able to use these things. Because, you can't just set up these controllers and be like, oh, well, they automatically work with everything else here.
Yeah, it's a majorly customized setup, but it's impressive. It's really impressive.
I'm-
And there's some video of parts of the game. I don't think he streamed the whole thing. But
I'm really angry.
yeah,
I'm really, really angry.
I mean, They
you
should
should
just-
know these things happen, man.
Channel that anger into actually
Beating the game.
Beating the game.
It doesn't work
Hey,
with From games.
let-
It just makes you play worse.
Let me do my cookie cutter games where I just finish half of it and then don't do the rest,
You got
okay?
it, bud.
What?
You got it, bud.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
that.
All right, what's next, Zach? What
I
do you
don't
want to
know.
talk about next?
Dude, I want to talk about beer.
Oh yeah, I love this.
I want to talk
Great.
I
about beer.
love this.
Well, I'm out.
just hear us out.
Yeah, you hear us
it's
out.
cool even if you're not into it.
So Brittin posted a story
I just came across this guy on Twitter,
on Twitter.
and
Yeah,
he was just reaching out to people.
yeah. So hang on, I can't find it. Where's that? I'm sorry.
I can tell.
Oh
you
yeah,
about
I
it.
see. I see it.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah. So this Twitter user and business owner named Ben Smith owns a brewery called Reclamation Brewing and a website called handsomephantom.com.
Mm-hmm.
He does video game reviews, previews, and he also publishes news. But he made sure I'm saying this
Yeah,
correctly.
sure, go for it.
Reached out to video game companies or kind of like people on Twitter and said,
Mhm.
hey, let's partner up and let's make some cool beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically want to work with these game studios
Yeah.
to make really cool beer
And
designs.
he wants it's worth noting, he wants to officially license the
Absolutely.
names and
Yeah.
pictures and stuff from these games so that he can do it properly. There are other breweries out there, I guess. I found out this by looking kind of through the tweet interactions that he had. There's other breweries that people pointed to, and they're like, well, these people are already doing it. But he pointed out that a lot of them just kind of skirt the edges of IP. Like they had... there's a picture of a can of beer that looked just like 1-1 from Super Mario Brothers. But nowhere on it does it say Super Mario Brothers. And it's just very, very close, but it doesn't actually infringe copyright. He wants to actually partner with these companies and get the rights to do it properly, which is really neat. And the reason it came to my attention is because... Do you have something, Scott?
Oh, I was just gonna say someone who's verified. I'm assuming it's like an indie game developer already. Like retweeted us like, "Yo, here's our thing. Do it."
And if this only ever amounts to indie games, that's awesome because there's so many very popular, beloved indie games right now that would make. And that goes hand in hand with like microbreweries because they're local, they're independent, just like an indie game studio is. So it's an obvious partnership. And then the reason it came to my attention is because when he tweeted this, it came to the attention of Colin Moriarty. I don't know if you guys know who he is.
I do not know.
I'm looking at his Twitter right now.
He's ex-IGN, and then he was at Kind of Funny Games, and now he has his own he does all kinds of things. He does political videos. He does video game reviews and news and stuff like that. It's under the umbrella Colin's Last Stand. But he reached out to this guy right away. He's like, I love IPAs. Let's do something together. Yeah. Based on his his current coverage stuff that he does. So it's just cool to see this guy wanting to do something like this. And also, Scott, you said you already saw an indie studio reaching out to him. It's cool to see people getting back with him, and it'd be awesome to follow and see if it turns into anything.
Can we tweet at him and be like, hey,
our logo would look awesome on a bottle of beer.
It would.
I don't know if we have the brand recognition he's looking for yet, but
the idea is cool, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'd like to keep an eye on this and see where it goes and see how he does.
I don't know if I tweeted him personally or through our account. But I think I tweeted and responded with a Contra IPA. It would be pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Getting Konami to play ball would be a big ask, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd go for it, but that would be really cool. Konami barely even makes games anymore. They're a real weird company.
That's fair enough.
Look at all the Metal Gear stuff that happened. Yeah.
I mean, to be noted, though, is that the brewery is based in Pennsylvania, I believe. So even if this does come to fruition, the chance of us actually getting /finding /seeing a bottle would be
I bet they'll ship it. It's one of those things that would gain popularity online, I think, and he'd end up shipping them around the country, I bet.
Would that be cool to be walking through Fred Meyer or like a local grocery store?
Yeah. See Mario on a beer can?
Yeah. I don't know if Nintendo would play ball on this, but hey, what about Cuphead? It'd be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, hey, why not? Hey, Brittin.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't mean to take the reins from you.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
But guess what?
What's up?
Nintendo of America tweeted out
what did they tweet?
The release date for Super Mario Maker 2.
Yes, I know. It's awesome. I'm so excited about this.
I was just about to ask you how excited you are.
So is the answer.
Excited. Yeah, I guess so.
I think we already knew it was coming in June as of the direct where they announced it, but we didn't have a release date. So now we know exactly when it's coming. Yeah, I can't wait. I want to play it. I love me some Super Mario Maker. Also worth noting is I think the Nintendo Japan account tweeted around the same time that they are offering a official Switch stylus as a pre-order bonus.
Yes, I saw
with the game there. And I'm wondering if that'll come stateside. Because if you think about it, did you guys play Super Mario Maker?
No.
If you think about it, it'd be hard to build levels as accurately as you could on Wii U, I'm sorry, because your finger's going to be in the way.
Yeah.
And you're working with pretty small blocks, pretty small pieces of the environment. So with your finger covering the screen, it'd be hard to get things exactly where you want them. So I think the stylus is an important part of this. I'm wondering almost if they'll ship it with it or if they'll offer it in the States as something you can go out and buy.
I mean,
you could use any capacitive or resistive. I don't know which one it is. You could use any general stylus for it, I'm sure. But I mean, if they really embrace the level making aspect of it and want people to really dig into it, maybe encouraging you to use a stylus would be a good idea.
So Scott, you said when's the release date for
it? June 28th.
What if this is a launch title for the Switch Lite?
Yeah, very well could be. That's quite a thought. Because that's the other rumor that came out this week, right?
Yeah.
It's not on our list, but go for it.
Yeah, so I tried finding an article, and it was a Bloomberg article. They had a lot of talk about stocks and Nintendo's likeliness to keep sales rolling and to keep everybody happy and everything like that. So they're talking a lot of numbers. But to break it down, the rumor is that basically the Switch Lite is going to be announced at E3 with a giant big presentation, and this whole like kung fu thing going
Right.
on. Yeah.
So a cheaper model, a little more mainstream accessible.
Yeah.
Something for the Pokemon players out there, people that just want it for a few of the big games.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That would mean that maybe there's still a touch screen on the Switch Lite, which surprises me a little bit if you're right in assuming that this goes in hand with that. But I mean, you can't strip too many of the core features out of that system if you go light.
I mean, we have
some
a
games
lot of
depend
like,
on them.
I don't know how real the photos are, but we have a lot of photos already that show just a solid console without removable
Yep.
controllers.
Yep.
And I mean, I think that's pretty big. That removes a lot of the hardware needed,
That's
that's
true.
in the console.
That also,
all.
I mean, it limits your motion control options dramatically.
It
You
does.
couldn't play games like ARMS, for example. Not that game's setting the world on fire, but
Yeah.
there's certain games you just wouldn't be able to play without the removable Joy-Cons. But again, it's for a market that kind of knows which games they want to play. and are
What
gonna
if you're
stick
able
those
to
few
like
games.
hold the screen and go like this with it?
That would be bad.
Oh,
Hey, I want to play ARMS in VR, by the way.
please.
Quick tangent. That would be fun.
Spare us of that awful game.
I mean, I
Stop.
can't really bag on it anymore after
Good.
last week.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was
Glad to
talking
hear
about
that.
ARMS. ARMS is an awful game.
It's a good game.
No, it's not.
Scott's wrong.
No, it's really not good.
It's solid.
It's honestly like
Shots fired.
probably the worst IP that they've made since Splatoon.
What about IPA? I thought we were done talking about beer.
I feel like no, I feel like either the people that are going to buy the Switch Lite will either be already Switch owners or people that just need a cheaper.
I thought you were,
console.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say the only people who are going to buy Switch Lite are old people and people who have no money.
Why did you think that?
I don't know.
You're a dork.
Because it's early and my brain
Oh,
doesn't
there's
work.
that. Yeah, okay.
My brain is poo poo.
You got to cop out.
My brain, it's poo poo. Hey,
This-
Brittin. Hey,
Hey,
my
can
brain.
we keep talking about
it's poo
Nintendo?
poo. Sure. Speaking of poo poo,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, that's
what?
That's not cool.
I'm joking.
But you know what? It's really cool to have the idea of Nintendo having like a giant, massive thing at E3.
It's true.
Because Xbox
something
playing
big
the
to
same
announce.
thing. PlayStation has been there and has taken up a lot of the stage.
Yep.
But now that PlayStation's gone,
Mhm.
we just get to see like full Nintendo and full Microsoft.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't know that a Switch Lite is that big thing, though.
I
If
first-
they were going to announce a Switch
I
Lite
think it's
and
cool.
the rumored Switch Pro at the same event, that'd be huge to me. But there hasn't been much follow up news on the Switch Pro thing. All we're hearing about now
I mean,
is the
what
Switch Lite.
what if? Tell me what you think about this. What
Yeah.
if they announce the Switch Lite but give us information on the Switch Pro?
That'd be fine.
I
Switch
think-
Lite is coming out this month, and then later in the year, holiday, we'll be releasing the.
I think
the
it'll
Switch
be
Pro.
the.
I'd be down.
I think it'll be the opposite way. I think they'll announce the Switch Pro because that's really the big thing.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, here's our Switch Pro. Like, this is our big thing. Like, we also are going to have this smaller version of the Switch. I think they should do it that. Announce your big thing
Focus on the big one.
and make, like, the smaller thing a smaller thing, but people still know about it.
yeah.
You don't
the thing is-
need to have this thing that, here's our, like, just think how anticlimactic that would be. Here's our Switch Lite. Doesn't have removable controllers. It's way worse than the regular Switch.
What if it's $149?
$149 and they come.
I don't think the price matters, though.
And they
price
also
matters.
announced like a bunch of games
Yeah.
on that same day as well.
I don't.
And then like later in the year, you get a Pokemon bundle, $199, branded
Yeah.
Pokemon with the game.
That's fine, but that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is start with your big thing,
Mhm.
the Pro, and then have information about your small
yeah,
thing.
I would like that obviously as a core gamer, as somebody who really likes that everything Nintendo makes. But understand this is for a different market than us.
yeah.
yeah.
So, and that's arguably a bigger market than us.
But I think if they do it where they show their or there was inferior version to the
Right.
Switch
Yeah.
over the Pro,
Uh-huh.
they'd be shooting themselves in the foot.
Well,
We'll see.
it's-
you want to
Yeah.
get people hyped up for something.
It's
I
not,
agree.
it's not necessarily taking away the processing power of the Switch. I'm not saying that there's
It
a
could,
lot.
yeah. They can't mess with that because all the games need to
But
run
they're
the way
just
they
taking
run.
away, maybe the vibration, all the other hardware.
Detachable.
all
The
the-
ice
controllers.
cubes.
Don't take my ice
Yeah,
cubes.
don't take my ice cubes,
So
please.
sad.
You know what? Can I sideline us real
No.
You never do that. That's weird.
Yeah.
quick? When we first started this podcast,
Yeah.
you guys would talk about Switch, and I was gone.
Right.
I was out here.
Tuned out.
Well, you also wanted to quit the show, if I remember.
Oh, we don't have to get into that.
We don't have to get into
Oh,
that.
sorry, my bad.
Edit, cut.
There it is.
Is that some bad blood? My bad.
Yeah.
But now, dude, I'm in it, man, and it
I
feels
know.
good.
It's
I'm
great.
Definitely a fan. Not a giant fanboy, but
Isn't it
Not
good
just-
to know information?
wow.
Not just Switch. You've been.
I mean, I have admitted that you guys have brought me so much further into the gaming world than when I first
I
started
prefer
the show.
joy, thank you.
We dragged you kicking and screaming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
didn't
did.
give you the choice. We're just like, you're coming along for the ride.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad you have two, Zach. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it feels good.
Yeah, good.
I'm
Good.
definitely enjoying myself.
I can't wait for E3. It's
I
gonna be
know.
awesome.
E3 is gonna be awesome.
I mean,
yeah.
Sony's not there, but
We're gonna get
We've had
something.
a lot of big conferences confirmed, and I'm always excited about Nintendo's presence
Dude,
there to
if-
see what they've got going on.
You know what I expect? 2 weeks before E3, we're gonna get an announcement from Sony about a show that they're gonna stream live.
Yeah.
A week before E3, we're gonna get Sony's show.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely. Because everyone's gonna be looking forward to E3,
they've
and then we're
said-
gonna go into E3 talking about Sony.
Yeah, you think so?
Maybe,
They've
yeah.
said they're not launching PS5 in 2019, so they're not going to talk about it at all this year, in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
dude,
so what are
that's-
they talking about
I don't
then?
know. That's dead press if they don't. They
'Cause
need something.
They've got games in the pipeline still that aren't out yet. Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us 2.
Last of Us 2.
And of course,
Yep.
Kojima's game, Death Stranding.
Which I think they're pushing back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember last year at E3, it was 4 games. It was those games plus Spider-Man. Only one of those games has come out in almost a year.
So Last
So
of
what
Us.
the heck are they going to talk about?
So
this year?
Last of Us 2 just finished up motion capture shooting.
That's right. Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But there's still tons of work to go into that game, I'm
Probably,
sure,
yeah.
if they just finished filming the scenes for it. So I don't even know if that game comes out this year. Do they push that back to PS5 as well?
I mean,
Who
it's
knows?
also, what's the benefit of pushing that back, though? I mean, because think about it, they're making the game for the PS4.
Right. And
You
they
know.
have been for years and years. So,
And so what happens now?
I
You
know.
Does this become a Cyberpunk 2077 thing? You know,
possibly.
where
That's
it's
been
10
happening more
years-
and more lately.
10 years in the making, you know?
I know. I hope not, but it's almost likely at this point. We'll see.
So with us looking to E3 in the
Mhm.
upcoming months, Brittin, do you want to run us through releases?
I could do that.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Let's make it quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with the rest of April. We're in April right now. There's about a week left, so we'll start there. If you guys want to rap about any of this, raise your hand and we'll stop me and we'll talk
all
about
right.
it.
Yeah.
Scott, you on board with that? Hey, he's still here. What's up, man? We're going to talk about what's coming out for the rest of the month and through the month of May.
I have headphones on. You know that, right?
Yeah, but you're not responding, so I have to make sure you're
I don't
still...
need. I don't need to respond to you, Brittin.
you could've
I don't
fallen
answer
asleep.
to you, Brittin.
Whoa.
Brittin.
Whoa.
No,
Brittin. I swear to God.
Scott, are you not a morning person?
You know those.
I'm
I'm feeling those
learning
donuts.
this. Oh,
I'm
that'll
seeing
do it.
Martians now.
What the heck? All right, here we go.
You
April-
needed to beat your chest when you did that, too.
April 25th. That's today, you guys.
Wow.
And I'm excited about this. SteamWorld Quest, Hand of Gilgamesh
Oh,
is out
God.
today. I already pre-installed it. Can't wait to play it.
Skip.
The SteamWorld games are
skip.
so good. Tomorrow, Box Boy plus Box Girl is coming out on Switch, and so is Days Gone.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Wow. I want to talk about that later after you're done with this.
that's fine.
All right.
If we have time,
If we have time.
Well, how much time do we have?
we have enough to get through this list.
Just
if you
talk
don't
about
stop.
it. Just talk about it now.
Dude, we have a lot of zombie games coming, dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
kinda
you
had
want
zombie-
to? I could see why you want to double back on it
Yeah.
at the end of the list.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that's kind of another topic.
Run through it.
Super Meat Boy Forever is supposed to be out tomorrow, but I don't think that's true. This was on the list from Game Informer, but I think that's been pushed. Final Fantasy 12 is coming to Xbox One and Switch, April 30th, the end of the month. And on to May, The Legend of Heroes, Trials of Cold Steel 2, big meaty JRPG is coming to PS4 on May 7th. Yakuza Kiwami. I don't know if that's a proper Yakuza game or not.
I'm really glad
coming
that
to
you read
PC.
this list and I didn't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to pronounce half the
I
stuff?
wouldn't be able to
Hey,
read it.
You would know this next one.
Ooh.
On May 9th, Life is Strange 2, Episode 3 is coming out.
Eh.
Yeah?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Shocking,
Wow.
right? I talked to you about
Look,
this, so I was
I-
prepared for that. But
I have some beef right now.
yeah. Sorry,
We'll talk about more later if we have
All right,
time.
All right. A Plague Tale Innocence is coming out on May 14th. Citus Alpha, don't know what that is, May 14th. Here's a big one. Rage 2 is coming out on May 14th.
I'm actually excited. I'm
Yeah?
really excited for the game.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen about it, it looks like the Fallout game we should have gotten but didn't.
But it's not an RPG.
So
It's a straight up shooter. This
Yeah.
is like classic id.
Oh.
So it's like, Doom, Wolfenstein style shooter, but in a more open world setting.
I'm
Dang it.
I'm
What
not
a
gonna,
missed opportunity.
I'm not really
I
gonna
don't
go
know.
into detail, but going on vacation,
Uh-huh.
I'm glad that I'm going then, and then, I won't be able to play it, look
Yeah.
for reviews, and see what it's like when I get back,
That's a good way to do
and
it.
probably get it. Yeah,
Yeah, good
Yep.
call. Bubsy Paws of Fire is coming out on May 16th.
hate that name.
Everybody's favorite 3D
Hate it.
platformer. Steven Universe, Save the Light, and OKKO bundle.
Can I just
May
mention
17th.
how much you rag on Banjo-Kazooie,
Uh-huh.
but like Bubsy you seem to be completely okay with?
No, Bubsy's terrible.
Okay,
Everybody
cool.
agrees Bubsy's terrible.
Cool.
At least the
The
PS1
millennials
one.
do.
The first 3D one was real bad,
Yeah.
from what I understand. Team Sonic Racing is coming out next month, May 21st. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered is coming to Switch on May 21st also.
They're really scraping the barrel here. Like they're like, man.
I just don't understand. The first Assassin's Creed game to hit Switch is 3, arguably the least popular one in the series.
Which is weird.
Why don't you
because-
start with Black Flag or something,
What?
or even the Ezio trilogy?
3 was way better than Black Flag.
Black Flag was great.
what?
Black Flag. Black
Flag is the
It's
pretty
cool.
much the best one in the
It's
series.
it's cool because you're a pirate,
Yeah,
but I personally love 3. I thought
I'm
the story
surprised
of
you like
3
3 so much.
3 was a great story.
Yeah, I still think 3 is about the coolest setting in
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed franchise history.
It had a
American Revolution.
great main character. It had a great story. It was
Yeah.
a great destination to have it set in.
Not many people say that. I'm surprised to hear you say that, Scott.
Which is weird. I love 3. 3 is my
it's a good
favorite
game.
Assassin's Creed. My favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Wow, cool.
Yep,
Well, you can
100%.
play it again on Switch.
There you go. I won't.
Observation is coming out on May 21st.
Ooh.
3 Resident Evil games are coming to Switch
Yeah.
on May 21st.
What's with that?
I don't know. They're
Okay.
just coming.
Just
Why
'cause?
not? Why not?
I mean-
the Resident Evil remaster, Resident Evil 4, and Resident Evil 0 are all coming out on
4
that
I
day.
can understand.
Yeah,
You know,
4 needs to
GameCube
be
game.
on everything.
Yeah.
It's on mobile. It's on pretty much every platform you can think
Man,
of.
they
so,
sure know which game hit it out of the park, didn't they?
Yeah, it's up there. It's one of the best for sure. Everybody's Golf VR, very popular anime style golf series coming to PS4 on May 21st. There's a new Total War game coming out next month, May 23rd. Total War 3 Kingdoms. That's a PC title.
So this is a new full game,
It sounds like it to me.
because I forgot what the previous one, but 2 years ago they came out with the Total War Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Samurai
I
game.
think that was an expansion, no?
No, that
Oh,
was,
okay.
that was a new game.
So it's been a little while.
I actually played that not E3. I lied. PAX.
You've never been to
I
E3.
know, I never
Don't
been
lie
to
to
E3.
us. Not yet, anyway.
PAX, yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah,
What's
it sounds
that?
like a brand new entry to me. Blood and Truth, another PSVR title, May 28th. Little Friends, Dogs and Cats is coming to Switch. This is totally a Nintendogs ripoff.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo's not doing it. How is there not another Nintendogs game? Kids love those games.
I
So
love those
It would
games.
sell like crazy. Yeah, they're fun. Labus X Labyrinth XL Limited Edition, May 31st. And Trover Saves the Universe, PS4 and PSVR, May 31st.
Oh man.
That's it. There was a few highlights in there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those I'm going to run out and buy, but
Yeah.
I'm also
Rage
interested in
2 is
Rage
kind of the
2.
big one, yeah.
That could be cool. Yeah. So May, decent month.
I really wish I was excited for Life is Strange 2 episode 3. I'm
I
not.
did not
Yeah.
realize Days Gone comes out in 2 days.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Stupid.
So this is the biker
No, it's
zombie.
tomorrow. It's tomorrow, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's Saturday.
the fast zombie game.
Yeah.
The hordes of fast zombie game. Where
Yeah.
They kind of just swarm you.
That's the
Yeah.
one. Though that's the game where the trailer you were in like a train yard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they're
I thought so.
climbing things and just mowing over
Let's
stuff.
see if that's actually going to be a true thing or not.
I mean, that trailer we saw was 2 years ago, I think, at E3.
I know, but that means nothing.
Yeah, I guess.
Remember Watch Dogs?
You remember?
People like Watch Dogs.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know why.
do you remember the trailer made it look so good?
Yeah,
and then the game came out and it was like nothing like the trailer was.
I had the same experience with BioShock Infinite. That first teaser for that game was just the most amazing trailer I've ever seen, and the game was not representative of what that
you guys
trailer showed off.
remember?
I can agree with you, but it
guys-
was still a great game.
It's all right.
You guys remember Anthem at E3 and how good that looked?
Yeah. I mean, that's every game. They literally make it look so good at E3 and then just dumb it down, which is really dumb. And that's not, that's not everyone.
No,
That's
absolutely not.
That's not a blanket statement, but
They've got to realize people are onto that
Absolutely,
that junk
dude.
and stop doing it.
people literally mine games the day they come out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they want to know everything that's working on the inside. Some people don't just take games for face value like most scrubs do.
Are you one of those scrubs?
Yes, all three of us are. Unless you know
Yeah.
how to code a game and data mine,
Yeah.
you're a scrub.
That's why I love Digital Foundry at Eurogamer. They break down games to their basic elements and tell you exactly what's going on under the hood.
Yeah.
Those are super.
Game
super
developers
cool videos.
can't hide, so don't.
You can't hide. Don't
Don't
even try.
And but honestly, like
Yeah.
you can't fake your game, and you know that if you do, you will lose that fight 100% of the time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It generally doesn't go over too well.
Yeah, and
It's true.
people get absolutely enraged, and I absolutely agree with them. I remember I was going to buy Watch Dogs, and the only reason only reason I didn't is because I was like, I'll just wait for a review, and that was like some of the first things, like first days, people were like comparing it to the E3 trailer, and they're
Right.
like, we got basically lied to.
Yeah.
That's also another rumor is Watch Dogs 3.
Oh, okay.
Great, man. The first two were
But
fantastic.
It's been almost 2 years now.
Uh-huh.
I think since 2 came out, so maybe they took into consideration all the complaints, all the feedback.
You know
Yeah.
what
And hopefully made the game better.
You know
if
what
they're
game I
doing it.
really
Hopefully.
want them to make another one of? The infamous Second Son. That
Oh,
game,
yeah, that-
fantastic.
I really like the original Infamous.
Yeah, that
a
one's
little
good
less
too.
hot on 2. I didn't like Second Son at
Really?
all. Yeah.
You didn't like the fact that it was in Seattle?
You know what it was? That's what
You
really put
are
me
an-
off.
It wasn't really Seattle.
I was running around that map trying to
They
find
did a horrible
landmarks.
job, by the way.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And the funny thing is, Sucker Punch is based near Seattle.
I know.
They should know it like the back of their
I
hands.
love the fact that you could go to the Space Needle and like see the like specific Pacific Science Center and everything.
Yeah, that was cool, and they
Yeah.
mapped that pretty well. But the layout of the city was not.
Yeah,
even
it was
close
not,
to
it was
accurate.
nothing like Seattle, but it was still. Look,
Yeah.
you gotta.
I mean, what do we know about game design? Nothing.
What do
That's
we
true.
know about Seattle?
Maybe running around Seattle wouldn't be fun. I guess in a video game, I thought it would be.
Yeah,
though.
because you get stuck in traffic all the time.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched that whole game though. It was very, very
Second
good.
Son?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
It's flashy. It's pretty.
Zach.
Do I have trivia?
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. This
Okay.
is more like an opinion thing.
Oh.
What was or / is your favorite zombie game of all time?
Ooh, Dead Rising 2 specifically.
I think you guys know mine.
This is nostalgia talking, at least somewhat, but Resident Evil 2
Okay.
was one of my first zombie games. I still think it's great to this day.
Do you want to know another one of my favorite zombie games?
What?
The very underrated Dead Island.
I love Dead Island.
Dead Island's great.
That game gets a bad rap.
Yeah, it really does.
It's like Fallout or Oblivion,
Yeah.
but in a zombie game.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
It's really stupid, but I
It's so
absolutely
dumb.
love it.
There's
It's
a great
lot of
like
fun.
crafting system. You make all kinds
Yeah.
of insane over the top weapons.
Yeah,
Good
I think,
call, man.
I think that's why I like Dead Rising 2 as well.
Yeah.
I love crafting weapons and just making the most over the top garbage that you can make.
That's
It's
true.
great.
Fun.
Great.
How about
Very
you,
fun.
Zach?
Mine?
Yeah.
I have very fond memories of Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Playing co-op with my buddies on the 360 and then walking into a room and running into a witch and she starts screaming.
Yeah.
And I start screaming.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could have been there. That sounds
Me
fun.
too. You want to know
That's
another
really good.
game?
What?
Dead Rising 3 also got a really bad rap.
That
That was
an
Xbox One launch game.
Yep.
I absolutely love that
It's
game.
good?
Yeah. You can hit things with cars
That's cool.
Yeah.
and then make cars into weapons, which is fantastic.
I mean, the reason why I ask is
Yeah.
we got zombies. Zombies are on my brain because we got a lot of zombie stuff coming.
You better get them off there.
We're-
They'll eat it. It's no good.
Wow,
Oh my
you're
God.
wow.
Dad joke alert.
World War Z just came
World
out.
War Z
and I
just
heard
came
it's
out?
pretty good.
It looks
Oh.
pretty good.
It's basically like Left 4 Dead, but instead of like being where you're walking around, I think it's
more of the mass zombie type.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
But-
kind of like Left 4 Dead, but more of a like,
It's
hey, you're stuck here. Here's waves of zombies.
It's in that realm of Days Gone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But there's just massive amounts.
But
Of, like
dude,
they'll crawl up each other.
We got DayZ's out.
Yep.
Or World War Z. Sorry.
Yeah.
World War Z. Days Gone is coming out tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
We got Last of Us 2 coming,
Yep.
and then there's
A bunch of Resident Evil coming to
bunch
Switch.
of Resident
apparently.
Evil.
Um,
Absolutely.
Just yesterday, Telltale Games tweeted a celebration of the anniversary of The Walking Dead.
I was just looking at that.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Who's
series
running that
started
Twitter
7
account?
years ago. I know. It's kind of sad to look
Who's
at
running that Twitter account?
Telltale Games, but that series is over now, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Episode 3
Yep.
came out, and that was the end of the third season.
That's the end of Clementine.
Yeah.
She's dead.
Is
now.
it? I don't know.
She's dead.
Spoilers.
Is she dead?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh.
I haven't watched those since the first one.
You mean played them?
No.
Watch
them.
Watch. Yeah.
I
They're
don't-
really good to watch.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
Oh.
yeah. YouTube series.
Okay.
Is really good. With
yeah.
those.
I
But
think
you can't make the decisions.
Yeah,
No.
but you're
not
following along with
not
the
that
story.
the decisions really affect the outcome all that
I mean,
much anyway. but-
Come on, like half the time, a lot of the decisions that someone will quote unquote make
Yeah,
are the same decisions you would make.
that's fair.
Like I can tell you from experience after playing like Life is Strange 1, like at the end of an episode, they'll tell you the percentage of people who did what.
Oh,
And-
right, yeah.
And I can tell you that almost every single time I was in the majority.
Okay.
Or I was just better at something than someone else, and I was able to eke in that like special percentage.
Yeah.
So
Do they do like Twitch plays these games?
Oh,
Seems
my-
like a good idea.
I don't- do they stream
Twitch plays,
Walking Dead or any Telltale game.
dude, it would just be like the main character like going around in a circle for like
guess
4
so.
hours.
Well, no, one person could move around, and Twitch would just vote on all the answers to the
Oh,
dialogue. Maybe.
yeah, they absolutely do
That's kinda
things
cool.
like
Seems
that.
like it'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's the thing they do.
We
All right.
wrapping up?
Yeah,
Why?
I have so much more I want to talk about, but
Do we have time, or are we done?
no,
All right,
we're done.
That's
All right,
fine.
guys, thank you for listening to episode 66 of the Video Game Pharmacy podcast. You can find us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes. Leave us a rating, leave us comments, leave us feedback. Answer our question. We want to hear what your favorite zombie game is of all time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it if you
and
answer us.
we appreciate you guys listening. Thank you to nwczradio.com. We wouldn't be able to do this without you.
Yeah,
And
Thanks, guys.
then I'm Zach, and we have Brittin,
Later.
and we have Scott.
you pointed it.
I know.
You pointed at me when you said Britton.
I know.
I'm Scott. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
The pharmacy is now closed.